YouTube, this is a guitar I got off a pal Ian. I've done a video of this guitar before because I tried to fix it. It was just something wrong with the wiring. I basically replaced the pickup switch. Last time I got it, there was something wrong with the pickup switch, and I gave it a Scotia contact cleaner, and it seemed to work fine, so I never actually did anything to it. So this time I've basically just replaced the switch. It had, at some point, someone who couldn't solder had put in, like not Scotch blocks, but that sort of thing. And it basically didn't work, so I've just soldered it up properly. This, I think maybe, this has got a US patent number. I think these are Gretch, Filtertron, something like that pickups. Ian will probably mention in the comments down below what it is. And probably tell me what the model is. It's a Mondata Junior by Dennis Fano. Mondata Junior by Dennis, I don't know who Dennis Fano is. It's a Rivolta. And it's an offset guitar, is how I would describe this. I don't really know what exactly. Kind of looks a wee bit like that. The guitar I sold to Blacktooth Fox, the Golden Goose, or the Golden Wonder. I called it a Golden Wonder and stuck a Golden Wonder crisp packet on the headstock. We cheated, took that off when he got it. It's gold and it's sort of offset. It's quite a cool, this sort of, it's got this sort of raised bit in the middle, like a Thunderbird, or like a Firebird. It's kind of, it's an upside, it's kind of like a Firebird, isn't it? An upside down Firebird, so a non-reverse Firebird, because the one that you always see is the Thunderbird, the Firebird, which is kind of the Explorer way around, with this bit here and this bit here. That was originally upside down, but Fender, basically originally Firebird looked like this, but Fender weren't happy with it because it looks a bit like a Jazzmaster, so they flipped it upside down, and that's what we now get as a Thunderbird or a Firebird. That's the reverse body. This would be the non-reverse. But I do like the way it's got the centre block on it, but it stylistically goes. And okay, the name Rivolta sounds Italian, but it kind of looks Italian somehow. Why? How does it? I don't know. So I think this is probably a very expensive guitar. It feels it. It's got the it tells you the back, made in Korea. I very like the gold neck, because these are the bits you see when you're playing a guitar. This has actually been, I would be tempted to say that somebody's actually done that. It's kind of really glossy on the back of the headstock, and then it's been fine sanded for a satin feel in the back of the neck, which is not something I would have done. But so it's either a set or a through neck, set neck probably. But it's been well painted, so you can't actually see that there's joins in it. Nylon saddles. I was talking about that yesterday. Tunematic bridge. No fancy wiring in it because I don't think it needs it. So tonight I'm going into the studio with the Sabbath band, and I was talking to Craig, the guitarist, last night. He seems quite happy we'll do some sort of video, like a promo, introduce the new drummer, and we'll play the 2 silver grants. That's both pickups, by the way, so this is the bridge. Neck. noticing it on the orange amp, what it doesn't have is reverb. Maybe buy a reverb pedal. Pickups are up very high, probably because these will be really low output pickups. You can hear I'm kind of hitting the pickups when I dig in a bit. I'm sticking very much on the clean just now. I've not actually even tried this. Well, I probably did 6 months ago or a year ago last time I had this guitar in. It really does sound fabulous clean though, doesn't it? This is the orange TH30. Again, it would have been nice if it had some reverb on it, but again, it's one of those things I wouldn't really know what to play on this. It's kind of made me play that sort of finger picky thing. Maybe when I noticed the gretch pickups, I thought, oh, gretchy type thing, maybe. And obviously, again, you notice that whenever I say neck pickup, I'm always about the 12th fret. Because neck pickup always sounds good at the 12th fret. Something to do with harmonic resonances. Really hear those nylon saddles giving it the tone. There you go, Mr. White. I mentioned tone. I'm sure it's tone wood all around. Quite a practical's not really the word. It hangs really well, and it's great access. And see, because this is quite far away, it's almost got that like explorer-y thing. If you've ever played an Explorer, or if you've never played an Explorer, try playing one, or a Flying V, where because you can see this bit, because this is quite far away, you know, a Strat's kind of more here, kind of down a little bit. It looks when you're playing it like the neck's really long. It's not. I mean, I don't even know. I'm going to say. Am I going to say it's Gibson or Fender? Hold on. Before I get the tape out, I will have a go and see if I can tell. Is this a Fender or a Gibson scale or something else? It's a very Gibson-y neck on it, and it's a Gibson-y feeling width and shape. But I think it's a 25.5. So here we go. Am I right or am I wrong? Is it 25.5 or is it 24.75? It is. I would have said it's a 25.25 inch. So it's got its own scale. It's a set neck though, so you're not going to end up with a neck. That would be really annoying, having a 25.25 inch scale if you had just had the neck or just had the body and you're trying to put something else on it, but, you know, if it was a bolt on. So yeah, it's kind of neither. The PRSs and the Washburn Falcon and that are all 25 inch, which is kind of just halfway between. So it's kind of, basically, this is even more going in the Stratty direction. Cool headstock on it as well. Clausen Deluxe, Wilkinson Deluxe tuners. VA18, I would assume that makes it a 2018 model, so probably still a current model. 4 years old, I still think of that. 4 years old, wow. I was like 2018, brand spanking new. Not really brand spanking new, 4 years ago. but it plays absolutely wonderfully. I think, I wonder if maybe I set this up last time I had it. Truss rod's pure perfect. I do kind of want to lower the pickups a little bit, but I'm not going to do that because of the type of guitar it is. I don't think it's one you're going to be giving it, because if you do that, you can actually hear it. That's me hitting off the strings. And saying that, though, the pole pieces, I assume it's on this type of pickup, really do stick up 5mm above the actual pickup. That's probably part of the Filtertron, Fidelitron, Tron. Remember Disneytron? I need to watch that film again. I remember Tron actually when it came out, because the desk I used to have in my bedroom when I was a kid had Tron stickers on it, because there was a promo thing. I don't even know if you still get this. There was a promo thing for Tron that you got on Colgate toothpaste. Is it Colgate toothpaste? The one that just, the toothpaste that, remember, do you still get toothpaste with stripes in it? Used to get. I remember that I had these Tron stickers on my desk for years, and it was kind of because it was with Colgate. You had like a red and blue and white striped outfits the guys from Tron were wearing, and there was like a wee, like a frisbee thing they threw in it. I never really understood the film when I was a kid. You should probably watch it again. Go for some rat then. Oh, it does sound quite good to the rat as well. Bit pinched harmonic-y. Bridge. Why is it making me play pinched harmonics? It doesn't look like a pinched harmonic guitar. It's annoying you can see that actually. this is actually a really nice guitar. I don't remember actually really liking this guitar when I had it before. Maybe it was because, I don't know, maybe it was just in a bad mood. Who knows? Or when I had it before, or maybe it's because it needed set up when I had it before, and then I set it up, and then because I set it up, whereas now I just got it back after 6 months or a year or something, and it's great. Yeah, no, it's really good. I don't know. Again, I don't imagine it's cheap. A real oddball, though, isn't it? It's really, if you want to stand out and be something different. I'm trying to think of who would use this. I don't know. It's not a person that would wear flares, maybe. Since we're doing a video on the Sabbath band tonight, and actually, to be honest, my black jeans are pure manky. Need to buy more trousers. Yeah. No, I really like this. I don't know. I think, to be honest, I'd probably be totally outpriced with it. It's likely much more expensive than any of the guitars I've got. For a reason though, it's not. There's no. This is not a cheap guitar. I mean, the days of Korean guitars not being that good it's gone. Even I think, to be honest, by the time you got to, when did Hondo start? So 82, 83, 84. By that point, Korea were pretty good. They were making good, solid, decent guitars that you could play and gig and not have a problem with. And then by the time you got into the 2000s or the 2010s, they started kind of replacing, like Japan and America. Basically, they were making proper instruments, but it'll be budget, as in it's not £3,000. I would suggest, because it's made in Korea, you might be able to get an Italian made one for £3,000, which would be, I'm sure, nicer, but it's got an awful lot going for it. This I would. It does have an image, which is making it. I'm playing it kind of clean, and I suppose quite gretchy, but quite modern. I don't know. It's like kind of sounds like what it looks like, I think. And I think these are expensive pickups. I don't think they're the original pickups. A couple of things. These have actually got gold screws that are holding them in, which makes me think that they're probably not original. But I don't know. And it had that Scotch block thing in it. Also, it says US patent number, so I'm pretty sure they're Gretsch pickups. And I don't think you would get a standard Rivolta guitar with Gretsch pickups in it, probably. So I'm kind of tempted, maybe have a wee bit of a rethink of my disdain for Gretsch pickups. Do I still have? I did have a P9. I ripped up a set of P90s. They weren't expensive ones though. It was a Streamliner. So like a £450 guitar had P90s in it, which looked really cool. They'd like staples instead of pull pieces. They looked rocking. One of them's in Foxy's guitar that the Buckfaster caster put on it because it looks cool. And the guy didn't like them. He wanted Wilkinson ones put Wilkinson one, and it sounded like it's got the bark of a P90, whereas the Gretsch ones kind of didn't, but they still sounded really good. But they're kind of like this, in the sort of, I think they're quite quiet. They're not as loud. So you'd maybe have issues if you were playing, this for one song, and then you were plugging into that and sticking in like a DiMarzio Super Distortion. That's probably a lot louder. But if you can easily just have a different setting on your pedal or turn the volume on the amp up. Maybe in a situation when you're trying to, even if you're playing through, like your wee Black Star Fly or your wee headphone amp, or you got all the volume out. It's like even then they go fucking loud. I've seen it before, but actually the chap who Alexander was his name, lent me that wee Donner amp, which was even smaller than the Black Star Fly, and it's one of those things that he said he took it caravanning or camping or something like that, and it was like, turn it on, and he had it full bung, it was like batter. It was like really embarrassing because it's really flipping loud, so you end up sitting there not having it up very loud because they don't really need to go maximum. Different, that wee orange thing that I've got kicking about somewhere, the Dean Markley amp, which is the one that fits on my belt, you can kind of run that if you're at a party and everyone's drinking bucky and you're just trying to shout and play something. Then you can have that up at full bung, sort of. If there's music on and there's lots of people, puking and fighting and climbing the walls and all that stuff that normally happens when you're at a party that people drinking bucky at. But I mean, this is lovely. So I don't know. I'm just starting rating things. I think it's a solid 7. It's getting put down a little bit by the fact I'm not really sure about the styling of it. I don't think it's really me. If this was like, when you go, oh, really need to have that. I like it. It's really cool. Maybe again, like a lot of these things. I mean, I used to think that was the ugliest guitar you could get. My pal Wayne had a red one. I was like, fucking horrible. I don't want that. Now I kind of like it. So maybe just a case of having it. See if I'd had this hanging. I didn't do this. If it maybe last night when I was watching telly, I'd have had it hanging on the wall there. I would have got used to it, and it would have been great. There's something. I think it looks great. It's just I don't. Can I see myself in Crankenhouse playing this? I don't know. It seems a bit. I feel like Crankenhouse are a bit more of a sort of your kind of AC/DC, Bruce Springsteen-y type band. I don't mean we sound like AC/DC or Bruce Springsteen. I mean that more sort of workman-like, just a battered Telecaster and jeans sort of thing. That kind of rock and roll, as opposed to being like a what say Liberace. No, but you know what I mean, like a glamour, expensive clothes type band. I mean, I can see a session guy wearing like a black Armani suit playing this, and having it really high up. Actually, I can see as well. Like a Jules Holland band, I can see them using this. Unfortunately, I can sort of see. Actually, you get like a front. Not dissing the Cure at all. I don't really know that much about them, but I do quite like them. I can see like when you get like the singer kind of has a guitar, kind of plays some chords sometimes, but doesn't. He's not playing all the time. I can kind of see that where someone, like you're in a band and you've got a guitarist and you just want to play a bit like for the intro or behind the solo or something. I can see somebody having a guitar like this just because it looks pure amazing, and again because it looks totally different. I mean, I'm saying it looks a bit like a Firebird, which is quite an obscure guitar anyway. Not really a Firebird. It's like Firebird A. If you had this on the wall, you said pass me the Firebird, you'd go it's this one. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so rock on. I will look. I'll need to look at this up and see exactly how much it is. But I mean, obviously anyone can do that. I do that. The reason I'm thinking that someone's sanded the back of the neck a little bit is because the line where you can see between the shiny bit and the satin bit isn't a straight line, and on that, on like normally when it's sanded, it's because it's been done at the factory. I think this has been done by hand, which I wouldn't have noticed. If the back of the headstock hadn't been shiny, I wouldn't have noticed that the back of the neck was. It's only because I can see the line because of the way the light's shining in the window that I would have noticed. I like a glossy neck, but I mean, it's not a game changer in any way. If I was given a choice, it's like here's 2 guitars, and I played them, and they're exactly the same. You don't get 2 guitars exactly the same unless it's a West Tone Thunder, but it's like. I would probably have kept it glossy, but I don't know. Some people have said gloss goes sticky. That doesn't happen to me. My sweat isn't sticky, mine's it's slippy, so it's like doesn't really matter. Rock on. Catch you later.